In Clackamas County, beauty and great recreational opportunities along our rivers are things we take for granted. But it certainly wasn't always so.
Back in the 30s and 40s, sewage wasn't treated. It was just flowing right into the rivers. Some students did a study and they found as they went down the river farther and farther on the Willamette that the fish were dying from the lack of oxygen, which is caused by sewage and other pollutants getting in the river.
Even decades later, sewage treatment was inadequate. It wasn't until the 1970s that the federal government passed strict water quality regulations and provided funding to municipalities to help clean up rivers, lakes, and streams.
The Tri-Cities District is really a product, or a child, if you would, of the Clean Water Act that was passed in the early 1970s. That program paid about 75 to 80% of the total cost of the plant that I'm standing in right now. And that was a very good opportunity for the local community to really leverage some federal funding that was around at the time.
To take advantage of the federal dollars and avoid a building moratorium in some areas for non-compliance with the new regulations, a ballot measure was presented to form a new sewer district in northwest Clackamas County.
The first ballot measure failed, and the majority of people that voted against it lived in unincorporated areas, didn't see the need. But Westland and Oregon City and Gladstone then presented a second ballot measure that passed, and it proceeded to the development of the Tri-Cities plant.
The Tri-City Service District Water Pollution Control Plant is located on the Clackamas River, just a short distance from its confluence with the Willamette. Each partner city is responsible for its own collection and conveyance system and for billing its own residents. Daily operations are managed by Water Environment Services, a department of Clackamas County. At an original cost of $66 million, it went online in 1986, replacing 21 raw sewage overflow points. The Tri-City plant uses physical, biological, and chemical treatment to clean approximately 8.4 million gallons of wastewater per day from about 30,000 households and businesses. That's the equivalent of about 38,000 homes. The complex process includes several screening and treatment stages before disinfection and discharge into the Willamette River. A $1.7 million accredited water quality lab was constructed at Tri-City in 1996. It tests hundreds of samples per month taken from various stages of the treatment process to provide feedback to operators regarding the efficiency of each stage with ever-increasing accuracy.
We're now down to parts per trillion and even lower in certain constituents, so we're able to detect things at a lower level, which does ensure a greater confidence in the results.
The lab contracts out services to other wastewater treatment facilities and surface water programs too. It also monitors industries to make sure they aren't discharging excessive pollutants into municipal sewer systems.
We actually have sampling crews that go out and test the industries to see what they're discharging to make sure they're within their requirements to discharge to the treatment plant. So we kind of do what's coming in, what's going around the middle, and what's going out.
The fully treated effluent is discharged into the river, but solids are left behind. These biosolids are further treated to substantially reduce pathogens. Following strict state and federal regulations to ensure public health, the biosolids, which are rich in nutrients, can be used as a fertilizer and soil amendment. Tri-City produces a peat moss-like substance. Trained technicians from Tri-City apply it to fields for crops that have been approved by the State Department of Environmental Quality. So instead of disposal into a landfill, the biosolids program is the essence of sustainability.
It's gone from a disposal to a beneficial reuse. And that's the big thing that makes you proud of what you're doing out here, especially when you see the results. You can go out and, man, it's made a believer out of me. I've been in it for a little over 20 years now, and I really believe in the product.
Federal funding for wastewater treatment is gone, and local ratepayers will now have to pick up all of the costs for future improvements at the Tri-City District. While the plant has roughly 15 years of capacity remaining, capacity isn't the only issue. A tougher regulatory environment will require specific treatment of pharmaceuticals, other chemicals, and harmful metals. Maintaining an aging infrastructure will also drive up operating costs. The district is working to offset some of those costs with an updated strategic plan.
Well, the strategic plan for the district right now is really twofold. We're looking at What does the district need to be doing to meet those environmental challenges in the future? But we're also at the same time working with CCSD, which is the sanitary district to the north, to see if there's any areas where both districts can benefit from the economy of scale savings by co-investing together.
Clackamas County Service District Number 1, or CCSD, which is experiencing a capacity shortage, is currently funding a multi-million-dollar expansion project at the Tri-City plant. While the state-of-the-art facility won't cost Tri-City ratepayers, the increased quality of treatment will help both districts adjust to future regulations, share operating costs, protect public health, and continue cleaning up our rivers.
The treatment plant's main job is to protect public health, and that is what we're really concerned about here. And one of the byproducts of us being concerned about public health and producing a good quality effluent is that people are able to enjoy the river for boating and other fishing and other recreational activities without having to put up with bad smells or any other types of gross material that may get into the river.
Tri-City Service District is a tremendous asset for the ratepayers and the residents of the three cities. And they have been very well served by the staff and the facilities there. And a lot of hard work has made it that way, and it's going to take hard work to continue to provide it. We were really proud around here 30, 40 years ago with cleaning up the Willamette, and we still, by people's estimation, there's still more to do.
It's really my staff's challenge to figure out, given the changes in the revenue sources, how can we bring different management tools, better levels of sophistication, as well as being innovative and creative in meeting the regulatory environment and keeping the rates low at the same time. It's a challenge, and we're working towards that direction.